Welcome back, guys. I'm Jim Simmons with Smokin' Simmons Barbecue. Today, we are going to be prepping some beef short ribs so that we can smoke them tomorrow. Aiming for about 275 degrees over some post oak for about maybe 5 or 6 hours, depending on how long it takes to come up to temperature. They're going to be fantastic. I went ahead and trimmed these, as well as got rid of the silver skin, and I went ahead and seasoned it. Unfortunately, I did film all that, but my microphone wasn't on, so you wouldn't hear anything. So I'll go ahead and show you what I did here. Then I'm going to throw these in the fridge for overnight, and we'll come back in the morning at around, say, 11 or 12 o'clock, and we'll throw them on the smoker then. I'll tell you more about it at that point. See you soon. All right, here's what they look like after I put the rub on. This is my top secret brisket rub. Again, salt, pepper, garlic, some Lawry's, a couple other odds and ends, but and as I'm going to recommend, definitely let these sit at least 30 minutes. But like I said previously, these are going to sit overnight in my fridge, and we'll throw them on the smoker tomorrow at around noon. See you then. All right, guys, it is now the next day. I'm ready to start these beef ribs. I wanted to briefly show you how I set up most of my smokes, and it's usually for a what we call a snake pattern. So what I did here was I put some decent size post oak wood chunks on the bottom, and now I'm going to go ahead and spread out my charcoal on top. And what this does is this allows the coals to, as they smolder and burn down, that's when they start touching the smoking wood, and that's what gives us the great flavor that we're looking for here. Big chunk right there. Get some decent charcoal on top. A lot of small pieces today for some reason. I think it's just because that's the bottom of the bag, but either way, that's fine. Somewhat of a snake. It's really just on the left side, and I'm basically going to light it here, and it's just going to slowly burn all the way around. And I'll probably won't even get up to maybe half of this, because this thing is only going to smoke for a good 4 hours at the most. So that's how you set up the grill. Now I get to use my new favorite toy for my birthday. I'll show you in just a second. Now, my new favorite toy, Sear Pro. Got to get you one of these. Just like that, we got a nice fire going. We're gonna wait for it to come up to temp. Should only take a couple minutes. I'll be right back with the beef ribs. See you soon. Okay, after about 10 minutes, it's now been record time to have my temperature come up to where it needs to be, right at that 275 mark. So I'm very happy with that Sear Pro. Let's go ahead and throw these on now. Always make sure you burp it so you don't introduce too much oxygen, spike the temperatures. And for ease of use, I went ahead and kept these on a little grate so I can transport them very easily. And I'm just going to pop this right here. All right, so next time you see these, it's going to be probably around 3 hours or so. But let's get some smoke on them. See you soon. All right, folks. I'm real excited about this dish because while those short ribs are smoking out there, we are going to throw together a basting sauce. And basically, or not basting, but braising sauce, I should say. And this is what's going to take those beef ribs up another notch. So what I have here is some items. I'm going to zoom down so you can see everything. All right, what I've done here is I've quartered up some big yellow onions, roughly chopped. You know, you kind of want them big and chunky. Into 2 sheet pans here, just because I didn't have one big one. So I kind of made it even. I crushed up 2 bulbs of garlic. Again, not chopped, just crushed. I really just want the, I guess, the oils from it. I've also chopped up roughly 2 shallots, or as Gordon Ramsay would call them, shallots. Put these in here. And then of course, as you can see, roughly chopped some carrots as well. Put those in there. It doesn't have to look pretty, because all we're doing is trying to get the good flavors out of them. Got some thyme. You have the thyme? Thyme in there. And let's move these here. You can see what I'm doing. And got some rosemary. Again, just for flavor. Lastly, got a few bay leaves. 2 should be good in each one. And what I've also done is, instead of beef broth, I'm using beef consomme because we're bougie like that. So I did 1 can of beef consomme and another can of water. Mixed that with a 12-ounce can of tomato paste. And I heated it up so that it all blended well and mixed it all in here. Came up to just under 4 cups, so I'm going to do 2 cups in each one. Like so. Easy, easy, easy. Now, kick it up another notch, some red wine. Of course, I've got to represent my team here. Yeah, the smell's coming off of here. So good. All right. And lastly, I want to season it up a little bit, so I've got Kinder's The Blend here. Basically, it's a SPG. Walmart puts it out. It's really good stuff. We're going to season it very well. Both of them. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of room in my smoker to add these in there. I would love to, but maybe I can get a sponsor and get a bigger grill. Who knows? In the meantime, I'm going to wrap these up, put them in my oven at 275 so that they can start cooking and getting happy. Then at around the 3-hour mark, I'll check on the short ribs, see if they're ready to go, if they're the color I like. We're going to go ahead and throw them in here, and I'll show you when that happens. See you soon. All right, folks, it has now been 3 hours, so we're going to take a peek, see what we're sitting at for internal temperatures, and also to see if we're at the color that we're looking for before we put it in the braising liquid. Let's take a look. Oh, wow. Look at the color of those. That is definitely the bark that we're looking for. Look at little baby briskets. Let's take a peek at the temperature, shall we? Yeah, we're almost at temp. I'm gonna be sitting at around 205, so I'm gonna definitely take these off and put them in that braising liquid and see if we can get them even softer. Stay tuned. Okay, just pulled them off. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the braising liquid and let them get all happy until probably around 205 degrees. Let's take a look. All right, I'm gonna move this over here for just a second. Let's unwrap this first Christmas present that's been smelling up my whole kitchen. Oh yes. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put 4 in here. Come on. Gotta be careful not to mess up the bark that we have going, that we work so hard for. Come on, get off. There we go. And the last one for this one. Whoops. All right. Wrap this one back up. Now, I definitely have room to put this back on the smoker, so I'm going to do that. Let's do the next one. Ooh, the smell's coming out of here. There's some big ones. All right, wrap these up, give it another hour, check the temps. Need to wait until they're sitting at around 205 degrees. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take them out, strain the sauce, and basically reduce it down to where it's a nice little bit of a gravy almost. We can top these short ribs off with. Stay tuned. All right, they've hit that magical number of 205. Let's take a peek. What we're gonna do now is take these out of the braising liquid and get them in another pan separate. You gotta be very careful because they might fall off the bone. This one's coming with an onion. All right. Super tender, I can feel they're just like squishy sponges. All right, folks, it's been just over 4 hours, like 4.5 hours. Time for the big reveal. Let's take a look. Take this one for now. Move this out of the way. It should come right off the bone, and it certainly is sliding off. All right. A little bit of the underside there. All right, let's take a peek, shall we? Wow, that looks incredible. The smoke ring here, super tender. Now let's take the first bite. Okay, here's what I've been waiting for. First bite. Oh wow. Super tender. The flavor of the beef just comes screaming out at you. Definitely see why these are creme de la creme in the barbecue world. I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna pour some of that glaze or that basting gravy that braising gravy that I've been reducing. See what happens with that. All right. Okay. Now, got a little bit of the braising liquid on here. Let's see if that does anything different. Unbelievable. Wow. Well, all I can say is give this a shot. You've got to try these. They're super easy to do. Highly recommend it. And wow, I can't stop eating. If you like what you see, please give me a like and a subscribe, would you? Thanks a lot. Until next time. All right, just brought them inside. They look, of course my timer's going on. Ugh. All right, folks, let's go ahead and take I can't believe you.